Hey, this is Matt Cox, and I'm here with Juan Sanchez, my temporary co-host until my real co-host gets out of jail.
This is the second take. First
This is
time
the second
around,
tape because I
he
got a
called
call.
me a co-defendant.
I called him a co-defendant.
That's correct.
That's not.
And because it's the second take, I have to say this again. I want to thank all our viewers for all the love they sent on the last video. And I also have to apologize because YouTube collapsed due to the high traffic to your channel. That's why it collapsed. So I know a lot of you people did not get your comments in, but sending you right back. Sending it right back to you. All right?
Unbelievable. All right. So we're going to be talking about a Catholic nun.
Is there a nun?
A nun. Okay, yeah, I guess. Are they all Catholic? Wait, do Protestants have nuns? I don't know. I'm not Protestant. I'm Catholic.
I think so. I think just Catholics.
I'm Catholic, but I don't go to Catholic church. I go to church with Jess. We go to...
Whatever church you want. Come on.
Not funny. It's not funny. So I go to... Where do we go? Bayside Community Church. Which is it's like a rock concert. To be honest.
I know.
It's insane.
I
bro.
love the non-denominational churches.
Yeah.
And then you say, listen, when you tell them, I'm a convict, they're like, yeah, we're all convicts.
Oh, the guy, they're always giving like, hey, pray for the other churches and this and everybody that's locked up right now. And I'm thinking,
yeah,
nice.
It's because of you that I got my reduction.
They ain't saying that in Catholic church. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, they are now with this case.
So, okay, all right, so let's read the title. I just like the title of the article that talks about the nun, and this is gonna be we're gonna do the title right now. So here it is.
80-year-old nun gets year in prison for stealing $835,000 from school to pay for gambling habit. I have sinned.
We have to put the picture of the nun.
Yeah, the picture of the nun has to go.
The picture of the nun has to go. She's 80. She stole $850,000 between 2008 and 2018. She was in charge of the.
She was a principal of a school.
Of the St. James Catholic School in Los Angeles, the suburb of Torrance.
Yeah.
Torrance. Fuck, horrible. Anyway,
because you're in denial. You need glasses, bro.
I don't need glasses. I'm dyslexic. I'm all messed up. I have glasses. I can't wear them around her because the Snickers and the it is true. It is true.
With glasses?
She walked in the other day. I was on the computer with my glasses, and she walked in. She goes, and I mean, her legs almost buckled.
Did she say, "Excuse me, Mister, where's Matt?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's you,
Mr. Cox.
Yeah.
Hi.
Would you please be my neighbor? Was he wearing a cardigan?
Anyway, she pled guilty
to sinning.
She pled guilty. She said she had sinned.
She said she
was sorry, and she got a year in jail.
Well,
and you were upset about the year. You think it should be more.
I think it should be more. Listen, I tried to tell my judge,
you sinned?
Forgive me, Your Honor, for I have sinned. But my attorney recommended.
Are you Catholic?
No. Well, I grew up. I was at one point. I grew up in a religion called Santeria, very common to the Hispanics.
Oh.
Then I switched to
magic.
I know, that's like black magic. Then I switched to Catholic. Then I married my ex-wife, who was a Mormon, so I became a Mormon for a while. And then
serious?
Dead serious. And then I became a Pentecostal. Yeah, I know.
But you've just had a bad run.
I'm telling you. I used to tell people I have been baptized so many times. I'm like a tea bag. You know, every time I walk into a church, they dip me into water.
Listen, sorry. Speaking of tea bag, do you remember Nico?
Yes, of course.
Nico, one time we were outside at Stonehenge talking, and he was dipping a tea thing, right? The tea bag in the tea, and he's dipping it. We're talking, and all of a sudden he goes like this. He takes it. And he licks and he sucks on it and puts it and puts it down. And I went, "What did you just do?" And he goes, "What?" I go, "Did you just teabag that teabag?" He goes, "I go, do you not have any idea what that?" I looked around. I'm like, "Did anybody see that?" I mean, it was.
You know, he watches all these podcasts. Nico.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He'll comment. Listen, I got oddly aroused. I was like, "Whoa!"
I used to eat breakfast with him.
Got a Woody.
And he put water on his cereal because he was lactose intolerant. And I was like, dude,
first time I've ever seen that.
That's disgusting. And he was like, but you drink it with milk. I'm like, yeah. It's supposed to be white what you put in there. It's not water. And he's like, no, it's the same thing. I'm like, no, it's not the same thing. No. Listen, at least steal some paint from the shop. But going back to this nun, I was a little disappointed that she got 1 year.
It was $850,000 based on the sentencing
from
guidelines.
The Lord.
She did what I love. I can't. It's hard to talk about this.
What did she use the money for? First of all,
gambling.
She took this children's money.
No, not children. Well, yes, it should have gone to. It was
donations
for the school, and donations that were supposed to go to charities and supposed to go to like a nunnery.
And I love how they say she was in control of all the funds of the school. Listen, you should have taken away those funds when you found out that Mother Teresa had a gambling problem. But I guess she kept going to Vegas for what? What? How did she justify the traveling to Vegas? And what was she wearing?
She took a vow.
About poverty.
Poverty.
That's correct. Well, if you go to Vegas, you take a vow of poverty pretty much, because you're not going to come out of there with money.
What kills me is that like somebody, and who knows how much she's into the fucking casino. What if she's still into the casinos for like $2 million? Like she's been stealing. Like what if the guys at the casino pit bosses know she's a nun and they're like, and she's coming in with the fucking cash from the little kids and she's making it rain.
She's like slapping the young guy's ass like, hey, go get me a drink. What if she was a sloppy drinker? Give me another one over here. Jimmy, give me another one over here. Give me here. Somewhere out there is a Catholic priest saying, I touch boys, but I didn't take their money. I know. I had to go there. I had to go there.
See, this is like, it's going to bother me. Is that
the comments?
Some stuff you say, and I think I can't believe. Like when we were talking,
English is my second language, so you all know.
When you did the whole
by touching children, I mean touching their hearts.
When you okay, so when you said the it was like Make a Wish Foundation.
Like you were like Make a Wish Foundation.
When you said that in that one podcast, I was like, I can't believe he just said that. Listen. The comments lit up with people saying, people were going, bro, I blew Coke out of my nose, or I blew fucking soda out of my nose. I was laughing so hard. When he said this, I'm telling you, I laughed so hard I fell out of my chair. I mean, guys were going nuts.
I don't know if the priest stopped touching boys or what, but you remember we went through an era where that was all that was.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Everywhere. And then you will have these grown men going, yeah, when I was in school, I will go and confess my sins, and then the priest will take me to the back room and fuck me. And I would be like, dude, what kind of sins did you have?
Wow.
And
that's a hell of a I had to say
figure it out. Like
I had to say like 5 Our Fathers and like 2 Hail Marys.
That's correct. I mean,
maybe do a
how
rosary.
Did you explain that when you got out and you told your friends, hey, what did you do? Oh, listen, I had to pray like 5 Hail Marys. How about you? Man, I had to suck the priest's dick. Whoa, what did you do?
You were bad. You were bad.
Wow. So. But this nun,
look, Jess is like, get off this. Get off this.
This nun.
I feel like our viewers, I'm gonna say our viewers are just deeply sick enough to find this entertaining, which bothers me.
But this is what bothers me about this case for real.
Yeah.
I think she should have gotten more time.
Really?
Yeah.
It was $850,000. It was
how many people
over the course of 10 years?
No. And so we talked about this already. How many millions?
80.
The age is irrelevant. How many millions did you take from people or from banks or people and banks?
Fucker.
Combined.
Okay, so there was an estimate of $55 million, which was based on just bad loans in general. I was responsible for $15 million. The government argued that it was $9.5 million in loss that I was responsible for. I argued them down to $6 million. So, is it 9.5 or is it 6?
So what's your restitution?
$6 million.
For real, bro? And you got 26 years?
Yeah, right.
That's, you see? And the nun.
Yeah, but I was bad.
And this nun was good?
I was bad. No. First of all, you have to understand. I was already on probation. So I was on probation and committed and stole an additional $15 million while on probation.
Now, in what time span did you steal the $15 million?
The 15 was over the course of maybe 4 years.
So really, that was about, $4 million a year, give or take. I mean, you could have argued that in court. You could have said, "Hey, listen, it was $15 million, but I didn't take it all at once. It was $4 million a year."
Well, no, my lawyer's strategy was tell them everything they want to know and hope for the best.
How did that work out?
That was 26 years and 4 months. I don't usually say the 4 months because it makes me sound like I'm whining.
I always tell people I did 8
years
years and 7 months, and they're like, "Oh, 80 years," and I'm like, "And 7 months." What do you think those 7 months were like the best of the best?
Yeah, like after 8 years, 7 months isn't worth mentioning.
Correct. You know that prison
Still
saying that
sucks.
is not the first inch that hurts, it's the last one. Well, is that there's those 7 months that are painful. But regardless of that, I think so. 800,000 1 year. She has, by the way, the news said that she has to pay a restitution of 800,000.
Yeah,
so when
she'll
she
never
gets
pay
out,
that. Yeah, well, she took a vow of poverty, so. And she's 80. She's not going to be, what's she going to do? They're going to take it out of her Social Security? Do nuns get Social Security?
I don't know. Well, do they get a salary? I don't think they get a salary.
No, I mean, I think
they get housing.
They get things provided to them, and I'm sure they get some kind of a minor allowance for, for like, miscellaneous stuff or something. Like they want to like a stick of gum.
Like an allowance.
Sorry, like a small allowance.
Here you go.
But
if you want to go gambling, you can only buy scratch-off tickets. You cannot go to Vegas.
Because, they have like retirement homes just for nuns and stuff and just for priests. And
that
just for priests and nuns, they have like retirement. Yeah.
Is this like the village that you wanted to build?
No.
Well, you wanted to build, but we talked about that project, like going at it.
So what I'm saying is they typically take care of them when they get to a certain age and they retire. Then they take care of them.
But this lady was 80 and she wasn't retired. She had been a principal of the school
she
for
can't
28
retire. How can
well,
she? She's got to keep the scam going. The
20
moment she retires, boom. The next guy that comes in goes, whoa.
Like a Ponzi scheme.
Whoa.
So she was praying every day, like, Lord, please kill me.
Yeah, just let me go out like in a bang as opposed to I have a stroke and then they find out what I've been doing.
And then now she's gonna go to
debt. I wonder what is she playing craps? Is it 21?
I can see her playing 21.
I mean, is it blackjack?
Poker.
Is it poker or is she just like a slot fiend? Like is she just like pulling that one-armed bandit?
Yeah. Holy fuck. $80,000. What was it? $800,000 worth of like quarters?
850 over the course of 10 years.
That's a lot of quarters. No, I can see her playing poker. Poker in the front.
Here's what I don't get. You're in LA. You have to travel
went to
back
Vegas.
to forth to Vegas. Nobody noticed. Like, what are you telling the other nuns?
Mission. She was doing a mission. She was going to Vegas to save the poor gamblers.
I go and I feed the homeless. And you're such a good. What's her name?
She will come back smelling like whiskey and cigars. How did it go, nun?
She's got a tattoo.
Yeah. I love it. When they say, "Is that I love Jesus?" It's Jesus.
What is it? Margaret.
A guy I met in Los Angeles.
Margaret Crimper. Is that her name? Crimper right here, right where it says 80. How would you say it?
You're asking the guy that with
whatever.
an accent. I just got made fun of.
Mary
by Jess
Margaret.
because I say deep and not deep.
Mary Margaret.
Mary Margaret. She has a sweet name.
That's because you came in here and you said that Connor was
in deep shit.
In deep shit. You said he was in a deep shit. No, a dip shit. You said he's a deep shit. Connor, he is a deep shit. And we went, no, what? And then we said, no, he's a dipshit. And we went, you said, yeah, he's a deep shit. He's a deep shit. He's in over his head. I went, okay, then you meant he's in deep shit, not dip shit. What's the difference? He said, what's the difference?
What I love is that Connor took it like a man. He's like, yep, I'm a deep shit.
He goes, yeah. The look on his face was like, you could see it in his face. He's like,
you know what?
Calling immigration.
He was like that nun.
He's calling
yep,
immigration.
I got busted.
Yeah, I'm a dipshit. Yeah, ICE. ICE is fucking.
I bet you his face was the same face that nun had when she got busted. Yeah. They found
See how funny it is when they ship your ass back to Venezuela. You have to talk to people you don't want to talk to.
Well, the good news is nobody from the school is going to try to kill that nun for the money she stole.
No. I wonder how they estimated how much she stole.
She took 800,000.
Yeah, but some people, I'm sure
I don't
some
think-
charitable. To me, I'd have been taking most of cash. Like what did she come? Oh, it's also money laundering. So that means she probably came up with.
Is it money laundering if you're
No.
taking from petty cash?
She did.
I mean,
say,
if she goes to Vegas and bets it, I don't know.
they did say money laundering. One of her charges is money laundering.
Really?
Yeah, stealing $835,000. What did I say? 850. Yeah, she pled guilty to one count each of wire fraud and money laundering.
Dude, you need to write her story.
Some old, unless she was getting freaky in Vegas. Like,
Give me
there's
Give me one quick second. Don't go anywhere.
Did you see
Don't go
this?
anywhere.
Did you see this chick?
Mary, quite contrary.
Huh? Is it okay? Oh yeah, you got to plug the painting. Yeah. So this is
If
my
you want
version.
a sister of Mary Margaret. If
Mary
you want a picture
Margaret.
of Mary Margaret.
There you go. Right?
Matt is selling this picture for how much?
It actually fits in the frame pretty good.
It's
too.
perfect. You should have it here. How much is this picture, Matt?
It's this one and another one. I was selling them both for about $1,000.
So grand.
You
and
get
a grand,
two of them for $1,000.
and 10% of the proceeds will go to Mary Margaret's commissary account,
I promise.
so she can buy some kifi and you know.
Would you? Hey, we should. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I actually sent her like $100?
Oh
she could
my
get-
god! Oh my
yeah.
god!
You have gambling.
You
in
know how
prison.
much
Like, they're not
gambling there is in
helping.
prison?
Oh yeah, she'll get stabbed.
Absolutely.
You owe someone fucking $8 in
Because
prison.
we
You got a
can all-
good chance of getting stabbed.
We can all assume that she sucked at playing cards because
Yeah,
she lost
yeah.
all $800,000.
First of all, look how rosy her cheeks are. You got to show a picture of her. Like, look how rosy the cheeks are.
What's all that drinking? Have you ever seen a picture of an alcoholic? Sister Mary was hitting that wine from the
I mean, listen,
First Communion.
for 80.
She looks really good, though.
Right?
I want to say that
I'm
some
saying
of that money.
if I was 80, I might get a little action.
We were just showing the picture of Sister Mary here, and we're making fun. And out of the sudden, one of the cameras just goes, and it shuts off.
Shut off.
Yeah.
For internal heat.
Yeah. Internal temperature. The temperature rise on that camera, which. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
You know what
Listen,
that means?
Sister Mary, baby, making it rain. I love you guys. Keep sending money. This is all going to Sister Mary.
Yeah, that's not, by the way.
No?
No, that was OfferUp. Like something I wanted to. Listen. Almost everything I buy is from OfferUp. Like I got this table from OfferUp. I get all kinds of stuff from
You
OfferUp.
should sell your paintings in OfferUp. Have you ever put them up there?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna cheapen your art.
Stop,
but
stop. Just stick with fucking fraud, bro. I got this.
Listen, I'm. If that school is hiring right now, I'm gonna apply
What?
to be the principal of that school. I mean,
Yeah,
it seems
they're-
to be pretty easy to steal $80,000 a year. Nobody
She
caught up
was
to
a
her.
nun. They trusted. You trust a nun. She's a nun.
She's a nun.
She's a nun. You say, hey, it's not like you say, hey, sister, I want to donate this $100 to church and give it to and say, I need to make sure you send me a receipt that I get that. Like, you trust she's going to do the right
Was
thing.
she cooking?
She's a nun.
And your audience knows. You have a very criminal audience, by the way. Was she cooking the books? You think she was cooking the books? How do you miss $80,000 a year?
How did they get exactly $835,000? She must have been taking it. It must have been running through the bank account. Plus, you understand that I got hit with money laundering. They dropped the money laundering, but I was hit with money laundering because they said every time you took money out of the bank or put money in the bank, every dollar is money laundering. Because
Really?
it was proceeds from a fraud,
activity or
from
whatever.
illegal activity. So they're saying for her, somehow or another, they're saying so she must have either been taking money out of the bank or putting it in.
And I would love to see what she pled. Well, she pled guilty to that.
And wire fraud.
The money
Maybe she
laundering
was
charge.
wire fraud. Maybe she was wiring money to the casino. Listen, I think she was a fucking high roller.
You know what? I'm thinking she snitched.
You
Let's go there. Let's go. Yes, let's go there. I think the non-snitch. I think
for
we're gonna-
830. I mean, I think she got the appropriate. I think it's probably the appropriate sentence. 1 year.
Dude, but people get sentenced
First,
more time.
835,000. For 835,000, I'd go to fucking jail right now for a year. If somebody said, "Hey, I'm going to give you
And it's a
835,000,"
camp. She's going to a camp.
would you go back to the low? If it was right now, they were going to give you $835,000. in cash the day you walk out, would you go for a year?
Listen, my kids will kill me, but I'll consider it. Well,
I'm going.
You know, I mean, you had a great time in prison, bro. You run that bitch. You were with your books and your pencils, and you know.
You see how mean?
But I'll tell you what. First of all, let's get clear. She's going to a woman's prison, which is completely different.
Oh, it's a joke.
That's like let's do each other nails and let's do each other's hair and all that stuff.
You know what the real?
I don't want any more coffee out of this house, by the way. This is my last cup.
Listen, you want to know the real question is: if I go for a year, does Jess wait for me?
The answer is no.
No, are you serious?
No, because it's yes. By the way, nothing personal. I don't think.
Look at.
I don't think any woman.
I love the fact that you just went from being one of her favorite people.
Well, but it's women, bro. Listen.
Nice.
Let me tell you, my sister goes to prison to see me, and I love my sister, so I'm gonna send her a kiss, and I'm gonna send her this episode. So she goes to see me, and she asked me, "Listen, why is everybody so upset?" And I said, "Well, because those guys are incarcerated, and their wives are here, and they think that the women are fucking another guy." And my sister goes, "Oh, but they are." And I said, whoa. I said, "Listen, if your husband went to prison, you wouldn't wait for him?" And this was her answer. And I said, "No, you don't have to answer."
Yeah, that's the answer.
Listen, it was either no or yes. She goes, "Well, I will wait for him, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have sex with other guys." And I said, "Listen, that's because you're a slut."
You better hope I hope your brother-in-law doesn't see this.
She leaves, and then a couple of weeks later, she comes back and she goes, "Listen,
I thought about it."
No, she said she has a friend that we used to like flirt a lot, and she goes, "Listen, I talked to Kathy about the question that you asked," and I said, "Listen, would you have waited for my brother?" And she goes, Kathy said, "Absolutely," and I said, "There you go."
Right.
And she goes, "Yeah, well, then I told her that there were no conjugal visits," and she said, "Oh, there's no sex, yeah, oh no." I would have been doing it. And I said, "Oh my God, all of you women are the same. That's why we're all freaking out here that you guys are doing some kind of naughty thing out there." But Jess is different. Let me tell you why. Because she's done time. I don't think a woman that hasn't done time understands the concept of not fucking another dude while your man is in prison. But when you've done time, you understand.
I cannot get I wish we could get a picture of this.
We should. Let's
read
the camera.
I cannot get a read on
true or
her
false?
right now.
If you've done time, you're more empathetic. Of course. Because a lot of the women, you know what I used to listen to in Conmen? All the women telling their men, and this is not against women, I love my women, but what happened?
It's just that it's not as bright as this one. Is it
Listen, any camera that points at me is going to overheat, bro.
Same? It's just a thin the thing then, that's fine.
Any camera that points at me is going to get super hot.
Anyway,
but I used to listen to the women going, "I can't believe you did that shit."
You think Jess doesn't wait?
No, I think Jess waits, but not because she's a woman. She waits because she has done time.
Oh.
And she understands that, you know. But a woman that hasn't done time, I think it's hard. Don't you think so?
I thought he started off saying you wouldn't wait.
If she was a woman without a record. That's what I think. Going to prison is what makes. I don't think women wait, to be honest.
Do you see how she did that?
Do
you see how she did that?
Dude, I got dumped. Like, I hadn't even pled guilty. And she was like, "Yeah, I don't think I can wait for you." And I'm like, "You didn't even know how long you're going to wait for me." Yeah, well, it's not going to happen.
Well, you know,
Well, I hadn't gotten the 15 years yet.
No, he's saying we didn't. He didn't know at all. He didn't know if it's 2 years.
And I was hoping for 12 to 18 months. And my attorney guaranteed me. He said, "Dude, you will never get more than 5 years. It will be crazy. It will be crazy if you got 5 years." And then when I got 15 years, he went like this and he said, "We did good." And I said, "We did good? It doesn't seem like we did good. I mean, it seemed like we did pretty fucking bad." So listen, that camera, something's wrong with that camera. You gotta.
So listen, here's the thing. The only guys I know whose wives stayed with them the whole time, first of all, none of them have too long of a sentence.
I agree.
Okay, first of all, like a wife will wait for 5 or 6 years. Like will wait if you're a multi-millionaire. So I knew guys that were like worth 5 or 10 or 15. I knew a guy that was worth like $60 million. His wife, she came and visited. She stayed. She was always there, always answered the phone.
Was she faithful?
Well, I don't know if she was faithful. I can't tell you that. What I can tell you is she was there. Every guy I knew that had money, their wives were constantly visiting, calling. They were answering calls. They were emailing. I don't know if they were faithful. The guys
so are
that
you telling me
had,
that unless you have money, Jess wouldn't wait for you?
I think Jess would wait. I have to say that.
Of course.
I cannot. What? Look at the face.
Hey, listen, I threw it right back at you because you threw it at me, so I'm just like.
So when you say that,
I'm doing it.
I have to say that.
It kills. It's a joy kill.
Listen. I love you. Come here. Get back here. Liz, you know what's so funny?
But this is the.
Did you see when she was like when she does this with the
Yeah,
arm?
yeah.
That's the tough fucking in your face. So the other day, we're working out the other morning.
By the way, she's ripped.
Yeah.
You're like ripped.
The other day.
No, I'm scared to be honest with you.
The other day we're working out, and I said something, and she goes, "What?" She said, "What does that mean? What?" And I went, and I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I bet you did.
And she was like, and then she caught herself, and she was like, and then so 5 minutes later, I made some other crack, and she goes, "Don't get hurt, don't get hurt," and I was like, "Hey, you need to calm down."
What did you say?
Don't get swole. That's what she goes, "Don't get swole," and I go, "What does that mean?" She goes,
"Oh my God, you don't know that?"
No, and she was like, don't get swole. I go, like, pumped up? Like, and she goes, no, like beat up. Like, don't get swolled up. Don't get knocked out. That's what that means. She goes, you know what I'm saying? I was, hey.
Not here.
Don't in front of the guys.
I'm a celebrity. You know?
In front of the guys.
I have a YouTube channel.
It's bad.
But the good news is Sister Mary will not.
I love you, and I think you would wait for me. I know you. I don't even think it. I know you'd wait for me. I'm completely discarding the last 2 years. Let's just discard the last 2 years.
We're hitting the reset
based
button.
on the last month and a half. Solid. Best behavior. You've been
a timer.
Amazing.
I put a timer on that thing.
Listen, I love you. That's what's important.
Well, I'm assuming we're gonna cut all. Oh, look, we got the camera back.
Did it come back on? It was on.
Is it about the batteries? Yeah, it's on. Every time we talk about Sister Mary, that camera goes off. I'm beginning to freak out a little bit. But Sister Mary doesn't have to worry about that because nobody's waiting for her. She has no husband.
No.
Unless she was hooking up with
she has God's. She's married to God. Married to
Yeah. To Jesus, the guy without papers that she hooked up with in Vegas. I think that
what's important is I think
she repented. By the way, she says that she repented.
She said,
in the article.
I have sinned. I have sinned.
She said, I have sinned, and I repent.
Yes.
Can you guys let me off the hook? And I think the judge said...
He didn't say all that.
The judge said, listen, even the Apostle Paul went to prison for 13 years. So I think you can do one. And
how much he steal?
I don't think he steal anything, but that's a whole different story. But so we can agree.
What did he do? What did Paul do?
He stood up for his faith. And back on those days, they used to
13
prosecute.
years. They gave him 13 years. I thought he.
You did the same time.
I thought I did the same as Paul. When next time somebody says to me, "How much time did you do?" I'm gonna say 13, just like Paul.
And you gotta say
in your face.
By the way, I do know my scripture because I am a Christian, and
just like the Apostle Paul.
Correct.
And
you have to say,
should I do that?
The things I used to love, I now hate, and the things I used to hate, I now love. Like fraud. I used to love. That's what he said. He said, I'm a new person.
Are you sure he didn't go to prison before he met?
No.
After?
He wrote all the books in the Bible in prison. You're a Catholic. Yeah, you guys don't read the Bible.
Do
you believe in the Bible? I know you believe in gambling.
And gambling? I don't believe in gambling. I don't gamble.
That's why you're not a good Catholic. So
I feel like this is what is coming to a close.
This is what I want your viewers to voice an opinion on. Should Sister Mary had gone to prison?
At all? She's 80. It could be a death sentence.
Is 80.
And COVID. COVID.
Dude, she may get house arrest because of COVID. She may not do time in prison. She may end up back to the convent.
Yeah, she could do it in her living room. Put an ankle monitor on her.
Yeah. I don't think she has a house, but I think they have like you said, they have like that
They get a
halfway
little home.
house
They got a
for.
little home.
They have the halfway house
She
for
can't do
Catholics.
the books anymore. I'm sure there's restrictions on her now. She's like she can't do the books. Like she can't do the books for the convent anymore.
I don't think she's like the Bernie Madoff of the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
At a different scale.
I heard Bernie Madoff. He worked commissary.
Did you? I heard he worked the laundry, and then I heard he worked the kitchen, and I heard he proposed to do the books of the prison at one point. That's serious.
I know he did commissary because guys used to say how funny it was because he would call out the commissary and he'd be like, 4205077-1, Johnson window 3. They said he'd do it all day. You know how the guy who does the they said they were like, that's Bernie Madoff. Like, bro, how fucking funny is that?
You know who handed me my commissary bag?
Bernie Madoff.
He gave me my Tic Tacs and my Tang.
Nice.
That's when you know you made it big time.
Yeah. When
Bernie Madoff is handing you your commissary. I did time with Fat Joe. If Fat Joe is listening to this,
who's Fat Joe?
Oh my God. I apologize for my friend Matt. A rapper, bro. Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, a rapper. I don't know who that is.
No. Do you know who that is?
That's a no. That's a no.
Where's Zach? When is he coming back? I need somebody with a hip hop culture in here.
Zach, they dropped one of Zach's charges. No, they dropped one. He has 3 charges. They were supposed to drop 2 of them, and he said they ended up dropping 1 charge. He's now going to go to trial. You do understand?
Well, it's a state trial. That's
a state trial. But here's the thing. Look, even if he was found guilty, he's already done the time.
Yeah, he's on the time. They'll give him time served.
Right. They'll give him time served no matter what. The whole thing is it's worth risking it because he doesn't want to take a felony. Because if he takes a felony, he's like, I don't care about the state time. It's already run out.
Yeah, the feds.
He ends up taking a felony. Like they've already offered him probation, time served, just to sign for a felony. No, if I take a felony, then it violates my federal probation, and I go to fucking jail for 3 years.
And they'll get him.
Right, and they will do it.
Yeah, they will do it.
But if he pleads guilty to a misdemeanor, it's not even a technical violation. He goes right back on paper. He's good.
That's nice. Do you think he's niche on Sister Mary?
No, I don't think so.
When
he told me, he's like, yeah, what do you think I should do? I said, I think you should tell on somebody. And he said, I don't have anybody to tell on, bro.
I know. Listen,
yes, I would.
Listen,
you need to find someone.
I know of a nun that goes to Vegas and gambling. Her name is Sister Mary. Just tell him, table 5, putting bills on the guy's underwear.
I like the way Trump is peering out from behind Sister Mary.
It's a whole satanic scenario.
I like it.
I think you should mix them up.
So we're selling Sister Mary. And if you liked the podcast, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications, share the video with your friends and family. Do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment section and hit the thumbs up. And
listen, I'm going to put a challenge out here. You need to get to 50,000 viewers, bro. I need these guys to share. You got to
subs,
right?
Subs. It's called subs, not viewers. Subs. Subscribers.
Okay. You killed. You see what? Fuck it. You know what? He's at 42 right now. Let's drop this shit to 30,000 subs. Okay.
I don't mind.
I'm trying to endorse your channel here.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I don't mind the grind.
The jargon of the whole. He needs to get to 50,000.
You need to learn the jargon though. Listen. You got to learn the jargon. You do.
I can always hide behind English is my second language.
I know. That's so sad.
It's a cliche.
I appreciate you watching. See ya.
Buenas noches.